Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. And it's been 10 days since I last done a specification, price and release date video on a Apple product set to be released, and they've announced another one, and I do believe it is out now, ready to order or buy from an Apple store. This is the iPad Air 4, or the 2020 iPad Air. It is better, brighter, and to be fair, it will be exactly like the recent iPad Air, to be fair. Now, we're not going to go through there. We're going to have a look at the price first. We're going to give some information about this. So it has 5 different colour finishes. It's got space grey and silver, which is the standard. You can also go with rose gold, green, or sky blue. I really like the blue one because the blue one's really nice. Now it comes in 2 different storage settings, 64GB and 256 gigabytes. So if you want to use it for business and you're taking a lot of pictures with it and everything, so you'd go for the higher version. And the 64GB one is from £579, which to be fair is not that bad, and the higher version is £729, at least they're under £1,000 this time. Now as you can see, I choose one. You can get Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi and cellular. The Wi-Fi one is obviously the standard price, but the cellular one is a little bit more at £709. Let's actually change that and see how much more it is. Yeah, if you get the 256GB one, and you get the Wi-Fi plus cellular version, you'd need to fork out almost £860 for them. So yeah, and that will put on a lot. You can add like engravings and everything. You don't really need to, no. So I'm just seeing what the actual options are. Yeah, you can add Apple Care for £69, or you can add a trade-in with another recent device that you had. So that was the price. Let's actually go for the specifications. Like I said before, I believe it is out now. So like I said before, it comes in silver, space grey, rose gold, green, or sky blue. I believe it's only got 1 camera on it, unlike the 2020 iPad Pro, which had 2 cameras, I believe, on the back. Capacity is, like I said again, 64GB and 256GB. Here is the size and the weight. For the Wi-Fi models, it is 458 grams, a pound. And the Wi-Fi and cellular, it's a pound plus 1.1 pounds. So it's not that heavy. It's quite light. Obviously they call it the iPad Air because it's almost weightless. Buttons and connectors. It's got 2 speakers on the top and 2 at the bottom. It's also got the Touch ID sensor on the top, that acts like your standby on and off button. Also on the top, it also has the microphone in the middle and the camera on the back with a microphone near the camera. The volume up and down switches are on the side, the standard. It's got a magnet connector on the side. I believe that is for charging your Apple Pencil. It also got a nano SIM tray for the cellular versions. Smart connector for your keyboard, I believe. And USB-C connector, so it charges via USB-C. I don't know why they can't introduce USB-C on their iPhones now, but unfortunately they don't. In the box, you got the iPad Air, you got a USB-C charging cable, and you got the power adapter. For some reason they include a power adapter in with the new iPad. I really don't know why they do this and not have one for the new iPhone. I always have to check my recording just in case there's something wrong. The display, it has got a 10.9 inch display, liquid retina display, back LED backlit multi-touch with IPS technology, 2360 by 1640 pixel resolution at 264 pixels per inch, wide color display P3, true tone display, fingerprint resistant oleophobic coating, fully laminated display, anti-reflective coating, 1.8% reflectivity, even though it says anti-reflective coating right there, 500 nits brightness, supports Apple Pencil second generation. So if you've got the first generation Apple Pencil, it won't work with it, you need the updated one. The chip is a A14 Bionic chip with 64-bit architecture, neutral engine, so it looks like it's got the same chip as the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max. The camera is, like I said, it's only got one camera on the back and one on the front. So the back camera is a 12 megapixel wide camera with 1.8 aperture, 5 element lens, hybrid IR filter, backside illumination sensor, live photos with stabilization, autofocus with focus pixels, tap to focus with focus pixels, so that's good, you can manually focus on different things, wide color capture for photos and live photos, panorama up to 63 megabytes, exposure control, noise reduction, smart HDR for photos, auto image stabilization, that is also good on something like this, burst mode, timer mode, photo geotagging, and obviously the formats, the old JPEGs and things like that. For video recording, it can record up to 4K video recording at 24 frames per second, 30 or 60 frames per second. It can record 180p 1080p HD video recording at 30 or 60 frames per second. Slow-mo video support at 1080p at 120 frames per second or 240 frames per second. Time-lapse video with stabilization, cinematic video stabilization at 1080 and 720p. Continuous autofocus video, which is also handy to have. Noise reduction, playback zoom, so you can zoom while you're playing it back. Photo geotagging, and obviously the formats. It doesn't do straight to MP4, you'd need to like convert it into Sony Vegas or something, or in the actual software itself if you download video editing software on your iPad. Facetime HD Camera. Now this is only a small one, it only does 7 megapixel photos on the Facetime camera. This is the front one, by the way. 2.2 aperture, 1080p HD video recording at 60 frames per second, wide color capture for photos and live video and live photos, smart HDR, retina flash, backside illumination sensor, auto image stabilization, burst mode, exposure control, timer mode. Video recording, it does FaceTime video and iPad to any FaceTime enabled device over Wi-Fi or mobile network, like a phone will do. Audio recording, yeah, it does that FaceTime audio and normal calling on cellular only. Speakers, got stereo speakers on it. It's got dual microphones for video recording and audio recording. Mobile and wireless, yeah, it's all like the wireless information it has with it. The SIM card it takes is a nano SIM, it supports Apple SIM 6 as well, and eSIM. Because Apple SIM, that 6 is a different thing. Location, so all models have the digital compass, Wi-Fi and iBeacon micro location, but the cellular models have built-in GPS, GNSS and mobile data. The sensors, it's got Touch ID, 3-axis gyro, accelerometer, biometer, ambient light sensor for Touch ID. You can use it to unlock your iPad, secure personal data within apps, or make purchases from the iTunes, Apple Store, and Apple Books. Apple Pay, yep, it's got Apple Pay as that, which is really weird. Why would you use Apple Pay when you can just use your phone to do it? Siri, it's got Siri, charging and expansion. You can pair up your Apple Pencil 2 using USB-C as well with this, I believe, but it's got it for charging as well. Power and battery, built-in 28.6 watt-hour rechargeable lithium polymer battery, up to 10 hours of surfing the web on Wi-Fi or watching video, charging via power adapted or USB-C to computer system, and on the cellular model up to 9 hours of surfing the web and using mobile data. Operating system, it will use the latest. I think it actually comes standard with iOS 14 for iPad. Accessibility, it's got all the accessibility options there. It's got all the built-in apps you'd expect on the iPhone. System requirement, you need an Apple ID, yeah, obviously, and internet access, obviously. Syncing to a Mac or PC requires a Mac OS Catania 10.15 using the Finder. Mac OS El Capin 10.11.6 to Mac OS that thing. I don't have a Mac, so I don't really understand Mac things. Or if you're a PC user, Windows 7 or later, using iTunes 12.10 or later. Free download from iTunes. I've already got it. I had it since the dawn of time. Languages, it supports a variety of languages and support languages, all that stuff. Audio playback, it does MP3 and all that. Video and TV, yep, supports AirPlay, mirroring photos direct coming out to an Apple TV, so you need a second generation Apple TV thing to use it. Mail support, yep. Environmental requirements, the standard stuff. So that was the freezy screen. That was the information on the 2020 iPad Pro. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is going to go up straight away as soon as I end up rendering it, and I'll see you next time in another video.